Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Holy shit. Now we got a whole bunch of people in the chat, whole bunch of viewers. What is going on this Wednesday, March 18th? How are we all doing, gentlemen? How are we doing? Oh, man. Shit's getting wild, guys. Shit is getting wild. The Gunt, Andrew Rolls, Daniel Tapia, Max, Game Warden, Shadow, I'm the 9, and Matt Dubs. How we doing so far? If you guys are watching live at this very moment, drop a hot comment in the chat section saying what it is, what it do, how we all doing today. As per my normal, what's it called? I am going to go to my own channel and I am going to hit the fucking like button. Go me and go you as well. Oh, yeah. Let's see what we got here. You always go live at this time. Absolutely. Consistency is key. I just crushed a good 15 miles of single track. Felt really good to get outside and move. Absolutely. Absolutely. Exactly that. Yeah, I try to get on by 4:32. 4:32 is the time frame. Like, I schedule it for 4:30. Let a few people trickle in. Hop on live at 4:32 is usually what I'm trying to aim for. I'm also finishing my food. Every day, do the same thing. I like it. Still ruggedly handsome and smelling good. That's what I'm talking about. You have to. Brace and prep for WW3. Yep. Or at least a, what's it called? Like I said, depression into a civil war. And I think it's going to pop off a lot faster than most people think. I do. Man, where's my little placards? Because I got some damn, what's it called? I'm going to use a piece of paper. Watch this shit. Oh, yeah. That's how you get floss quick. Oh, there's one right there. Fuck that shit. I won't floss on the, what's it called? China and Korea or the Ruskies. Yeah, something's going to happen. Maybe the blue helmets might come up in here and try to help out with quarantining us or what's it called? Who knows? We'll see what happens. Hopefully you're prepared. Hopefully you fucking got some wits about you. Someone comes knocking on your door and tries to inject you with some shit. Be like, no, thank you. They'll probably gas you though, or they'll probably fucking shoot you. Who fucking knows, man? Who knows? Anyway, I don't think it's gonna go all the way full out, right? Usually what you want to do is you want to go best case scenario, worst case scenario, and then find the middle ground, because that's normally how reality formulates itself, honestly. Mr. Ben, how are we doing today? Taking this quarantine opportunity to make some home improvements, going to set up some garage shelving, get organized. Good man. I did that last night. And it's kind of like a work in progress for everything. I got some gym equipment and stuff lying around. So I was like, you know what? I really need to like clean this space up a little bit more and make everything flow a little bit better, get a little bit of feng shui. So after I got off the air yesterday, I probably cleaned up my place for about a good 3 hours. Did a full deep clean too again. Cleaned the bathroom, cleaned the kitchen, cleaned my space up, did all I got to do. And did some organization, which, man, it's so annoying. Like when you think about it, like you get annoyed. This has a lot to do with discipline though. Something that I've learned recently, I have to wash all my dishes by hand because I don't have a dishwasher in my spot. And it's kind of annoying, honestly. I love having a dishwasher. I usually just rinse stuff out real quick and then put it in the dishwasher, set it and forget it and all that good stuff. So sometimes throughout the day, if I'm busy and I'm running around, especially like up to this point where I have to be on air, I'll leave some dishes in the sink. And I try to do my dishes every single night, honestly. But there's always a part of me where it's like, oh, God, I don't fucking want to do the dishes, right? And then I got to remind myself, how long does it really take to do the dishes? Because in your mind, you turn it into this task that's going to be like so long, right? It's like, it's weird. It like, excuse me, fuck, shit. It's like this task that you think is just going to take a lot of energy. And it's like, fuck, I got to stop what I'm doing and I got to be responsible. And it's kind of annoying, right? But then you go and you start doing the dishes, and man, it takes fucking 3 minutes. Honestly, 3 minutes maximum for you to wash dishes, put it in the fucking dish rack and all that other shit, and then put them away after all dried up. It takes 3 fucking minutes. So it's kind of the same thing with cleaning up your space. It's like, how long does it really take? Because in your mind, you end up turning it into this tremendous task that's not really going to take that much time or energy. So it's like, all right, well, let's just fucking do it. Let's just go and fucking hit it. So good stuff, man. Take advantage of this time. We got 16 people watching live right now. Let's make sure we're hitting that like button. Good job, guys. Good job. Yesterday, I had a new girl come over, tried some BDSM and NGL. I enjoyed that shit quite a bit. I don't know what NGL is. Anybody else heard of this shit? Am I getting rusty? Am I not cool enough anymore, guys? Fuck. Yeah, it's fun. Girls want to be they want to be treated like that, as an object. They like a man that treats them like that, as long as you do it in a safe way, right? Of course, you always got to caveat that. So let's open this puppy up, because guess what time it is? It's time to take some Lipolyze and some ashwagandha. Oh, yeah. Taking my daily dose of red pills. Some Zevia cream soda today. Not gonna lie, this shit is delicious. Oh, man. Oh, shit. This thing fucking always scrolls so damn fast. All right. They won't let it get like the movies. They need their lower class workers for sure, for sure. Now it's time to self-isolate for the remainder of this shitstorm, for sure. 2 weeks ago, our biggest problem was feminist bitches. Ha. Yeah. You don't hear them fucking marching in the streets, do you? Get dishes that you can throw away. I like my dishes. I think it's a lot better. I don't like getting paper plates and stuff like that. I don't know. It just doesn't seem right for me personally. I don't know. I don't know why. Especially when you're cutting a lot of meat. Like the meat soaks through the paper plate. You're fucking, it's just annoying. I walked 1 hour ago in the streets of Berlin. Only some men on the streets, no single women. That's how they react to mass hysteria. Exactly. Peter, you finally caught me right on time. How does Iboga affect someone's professional life if they do it? Excuse me. I don't know if I understand the question exactly. Like, are you going to pop on a drug test? No. You're going to come back more enlightened. There is a possibility that Iboga could, some way, shape, or form, launch you on a different path than what your profession is. That's a possibility. Or it could help you out with your profession. I don't know. It's all part of your journey. So, is it something that's worth investing time and energy and all that stuff into? 100% yes. Because if you are not on a life path right now that is launching you to become your best self, you're going to want to quit that job anyway, right? So I wouldn't worry too much about that. Honestly, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Because regardless, what's going to happen is after you do this ceremony, you're going to be led in a better direction. It's all about letting go, man. No traffic in my downtown area. Spooky. Yeah, crazy. Not going to lie, old man. Haha. I still don't know what the fuck. Like, you put what's it called in there? What the hell is NGL. Oh, not gonna lie. Gotcha. Haha, yeah, I am an old man. I was like, is that some kind of like new sex fucking thing or what? JJ tells me that it's not gonna lie. And he's far older than me. Yeah, I don't do this abbreviated stuff, guys. Timius from the land down under saying what it is. Yo, my boy's walking around with a Ziploc bag full of Lysol wipes. That's retarded. I agree. That's so stupid. That's some retarded shit. What do I take ashwagandha for? People let Aaron know what I take ashwagandha for. Ashwagandha is really good for stress reduction, supports your immune system, and it's a mood enhancer. I believe that all men should be taking ashwagandha. What it does is it lowers or turns off the signal by which cortisol is released in your body, which then allows your testosterone to start to take over more. So better form of natural testosterone production. It shows, and because your cortisol is turned off and your who this hoe? Let's see what we got here. Oh shit! Hang on one second. You want me to answer it on air? I'm gonna. Hello. 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 Did you butt dial me? That was a total butt dial. Stupid. I live in IB. Let's hang out then. And you just butt dialed me. Trying to get my game on, guys. I'm sorry. It's been 10 days. Oh my God. It's crazy. Oh yeah, so going back to the ashwagandha, the cool thing is you'll be able to start to see fat loss. And I hate to say like this is going to guarantee you fat loss, but whenever you turn off the cortisol receptors and the release of it, you're going to see lowering body fat because your body is storing body fat because it's a stress hormone, right? And internally, your body is like thinking that something's going to happen. So your body stores fat in order to protect the internal organs, right? So that's why ashwagandha is amazing. It's really good for mood as well. Is it like what about that versus kratom? Well, honestly, you should only. This is my belief system with kratom, is that if people are using it on the day to day, you are using it again as a means to disassociate. Honestly, I get it. It's a low stage opioid and it's more natural, but I think kratom should only be used for acute instances. If you got a pinch in your neck or something like that and it's making it really difficult to turn your neck, use kratom. If you fucking jammed your finger up pretty bad, like it's broken and it's in a splint and it's kind of painful, take some kratom. But kratom is an opioid. It is an opioid. It hits the same. Oh my God, this thing cut my head. Check that out, guys. Oh, the blood of my enemies. Hell yeah. Just kidding. Better get the taste of blood on your fucking tongue at this point in time, guys. Huh, that's crazy. I'm being christened by this fucking crown. Cool. Let's cover that up. Fuck it. I take it daily to disassociate, most deaf. Yeah, dude, you're probably like Corona hit you because of a cut. That's retarded. Yeah, kratom's used for pain management. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so it's not the same as like what ashwagandha has whatsoever. It's not a mood enhancer or mood stabilizer to the point where it's like you're taking an opioid. It's like very low level where you see your kind of mood stabilize, where it's just like, okay, cool, I'm not dealing with a lot of stuff. Yep, crown of thorns, bro. Exactly. But yeah, I think people should have kratom on hand, especially right now, but it should only be used for like like bad news bears type of stuff. No, crown is Latin, corona. Oh, I gotcha. Gotcha. That's true. That's true. Shadow got called out on that one. Good stuff. Oh, I think like what? GPD. I don't know what GPD is. Oh, grams per day, usually. Have gone higher, but don't like to push tolerance. Dude, I took some before where like literally I was up all night, fucking just itchy, like so itchy, like my fucking skin was crawling. I was like, all right, now I know not to take that much ever again. I like it though because it's not nearly as addicting as taking like oxy and all that other stuff. And it'll let you know because it's still very much like I hate to get into the whole spiritual side of things, but it still has its spirit retained within it. So it'll let you know when you're abusing it. Honestly, it will, which is why I like it because it's mostly natural. So good shit. Hey, does anybody else want to tell me that Corona means crown in Spanish? Does Corona mean crown in Spanish, guys? One in the chat if Corona means crown. Oh man, I'm gonna get feisty on you motherfuckers today. So today was rest day. Did not get to work out. Did not work out at all. Instead, sat around kind of like, well, didn't sit around at all. I've been moving all day long. And 3, you think. Good stuff. Yeah. No say as well. No say. But yes, Daniel, because Latin is grandmother of French, whatever. Si, senor. I did go and get adjusted, which felt fucking phenomenal. Oh my God, I needed it. Got a nice little chiropractic adjustment. And then the gym that I was at, that my chiropractor works at, it was open. So I went and chatted up one of the personal trainers there. And I was like, yo. And he's like, bro, you want to work out with me? I was like, yeah, let's do it. He's like, all right, come in. Let's work out together. Because it's a gym where like you have to be a client there to work out. It's for like personal training only. He's like, my private times are at this time. So come in at that time. I was like, fuck yeah, let's do this. So your boy's going to be able to get a full-blown workout in tomorrow. I'm very excited about that. I mean, I did my, what's it called? I did my at-home gym routine yesterday for back, which I could deal with. I really could. It's just, man. Like if I could, what's it called? You're welcome, by the way. No worries. No worries. If you have any questions, man, you could always email me at agodofmen@gmail.com. I know you've been trying to get in touch with me for like the last 2 weeks on here, but if you'd like, email me. It's the best way to get in touch with me. But yeah, I if I can, I would like to at least be able to like get no kidding gym quality workouts throughout this duration. If I can make that happen, if I can make that work. It almost makes me want to go out and get a barbell and some weights again right now. I might even be able to hit my buddy up who has one of my barbells and see if I could have one back. I just gave it to him for free as I moved out of my last place. But then that would mean I'd have to go and buy more weights, which is fucking annoying. Yeah, I could probably do something along those lines. And that way there I can at least squat with a barbell. I can do some proper fucking rows. I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to go and do that again. Might as well do it. You should always have a barbell on hand, people. You really should. That's all I got. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. No, I'm just kidding. What the fuck are we talking about today anyway? No, I'm kidding. We'll get to that topic here in a little bit. The big thing is most people don't start filing up in here for a little while. So, it takes a little bit to get the king rocking and rolling with a lot of this stuff. What have I seen go on so far today? Well, obviously, I'm pretty sure. Let's talk about this because I've been getting a lot of questions. A lot of people have been emailing me or hitting me up via some type of private messenger and asking me. They're like, yo, what do you think about this whole thing going on with the government giving us $1,000 a month and all this other shit? And I think I might have talked about it on air yesterday. But what's up, Scott? How you doing, buddy? I got my bar and my bench here. Hell yeah. Wes Watson has his own gym. Why not join him? He's living in downtown San Diego, which is like 15 minutes away from me. So, but I hear the gym that he works out at right now, it's called The Gym. I heard it's still open. I was thinking of going there, but now it's going to fucking cost me another goddamn gym membership. So it's like, fuck, do I really want to pay another gym membership only for them to tell me, oh, we're going to be closed in 30 days, right? They're going to close down due to all the pressure. Even though I don't think they should. Anyone feeling like it will be very easy to become lazy in quarantine? It could become, yes, an absolute poop 100%. It could become that way, but you just gotta, dude, you were in the fucking military. You know all about discipline. You need to fucking set up a schedule knowing full well that you're leaning towards that position where you're like, oh, I could do this. Like create the mindset right now that you're not going to be that way and put into practice some level of discipline. Right? Do I have that skill or do I have that skill? Do I have that quality? Do I have that fear? Do I have that kind of feeling as well? Absolutely. That's why knowing full well that this stuff was going to go down, I took some serious precautions prior to. And I was like, all right, let's go get these things. Let's go do this stuff. Excuse me. I'll show you guys something real quick that I purchased on Amazon. Oh, no, not those ones. Not those ones. Not those ones. Not those ones. Do. Oh my God, get out of here. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. These are probably a little bit better too. Maybe not. All right, let's share screen with you guys real quick so you guys can see these. Ooh. All right, here you go. Honestly, if you feel like you're going to get out of shape, the funny thing is right now, the price tag is so much higher than it was when I got these a couple weeks ago. I ordered them 45-pound set. Oh, yeah, the whole thing is 45 pounds. That's kind of gay, right? How many bands is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's the black band? Fucking racists. The black band's the strongest one. What's going on here? All right, this isn't the exact one that I got. It's the same brand, though, which I don't get. Those handles might look a little bit better. I don't know. But anyway, you could get something like this, guys, and you could do most workouts. And I think resistance bands are pretty damn good. So it's something you might want to look into getting. Although ordering off of Amazon right now might be a bit of a pain in the ass because supposedly they're only shipping out things that are like pertinent to healthcare stuff. So who knows? Anyway, this will at least be able to keep you in shape, right? At least be able to keep you in shape. And believe it or not, you might actually do, yeah, exactly. You might even be able to build better quality muscle because a lot of people lift weights too heavily, right? And they throw their form out the window. But with resistance bands, what's cool about that is you're able to actually focus and push all the way through, right? and you'll get better muscular definition. This is where a lot of people go wrong with their working out is they go in, they lift too heavy, they lift way too intense, and they don't create a good mind-muscle connection. So then their muscles don't develop nearly as well as they should. And actually, they end up creating a lot of imbalances as well. So you might actually be better off with resistance bands. It'll take a lot of pressure off your joints, and it'll help you develop your musculature in a far better way. I haven't missed a workout. I'm lucky my rich buddy has a huge gym. Well, when this all goes down and the lights go out, make sure you kill him and take over his compound. I mean, that was a joke. Oh, man. Anyway, $1,000 per month. Say hello to hyperinflationary depression. I don't understand how our government could do this. I really don't have a fucking idea. I don't have a clue how you could just send people $1,000 a month. Like, this is fucked. This is really fucked. Anyway. Are you dying on me already? Whatever. I had my first workout in 2 weeks. Good job. Yeah, your muscles looked fine, dude. Like, I would have kept going with it too. Just make sure you use some of those like bands that I just kind of pulled up. Use those as a means to continue to therapy that long head of your bicep. You should be good. It's usually what you do with physical therapy anyway. Start a cam girl business with fired feminists. It's if the internet doesn't shut down. You're probably better off just creating prostitutes and becoming their pimp. I don't get lazy ever. Good man. That's the way to look at it. At Scott, make sure you're sticking to those bathmate sessions. Mine's about to go down right after this, if you guys can picture that. Let's give you guys an update on that too. So right afterwards yesterday, I went in and I took the clippers to the old bushy bush, rocked and rolled a number 2. And the number 2 leaves enough hair there where it doesn't feel like you're fucking Slick Rick, right? You're not like a little baby boy. And the suction was far better. But I also realized that I was doing something wrong. There's this little pip at the top, and I had to like push it down in order to get a way better suction. And holy shit, guys. Excuse me. Very, very impressed with it so far. So I can't wait to go and hop in the shower right after this and get my little bathmate session on. The cool part was I was supposed to have a lady friend come over last night, a new one. She was texting me like right after the show. And she's like, hey, what are you doing? And I was like, oh shit. It's one of the black chicks, by the way, that I'd been ignoring because I didn't like her, the way she was communicating with me. But she started communicating in a better fashion. And I threw it out there and I said, come over. And she's like, okay. I said, all right, well, what time are you going to be over at? Right. And she said 9. I said, why don't you come over now? She's like, no, I'm busy. All right. So 9 o'clock rolls around. No word yet. And I'm like, fucking, just drives me crazy. So she got the old blockaroo. Don't tell me that you're going to hang out with me. Don't make plans. Do not say you're going to do something and not do it. It's like if you're a woman and you pull that shit, you get blocked. Like straight up. Like, gents, I gotta tell you, when it comes to this stuff, there's no fucking second chances. There's no second chances when it comes to this stuff. I am done with that shit. I don't give a fuck what's going on in your life. I don't give a shit how you feel. I don't care how hard your workday was. I don't give a shit. If we make plans and you don't fucking follow through with them and you're going to play this silly fuck game and try to make me fucking chase you, I will not chase. I will not chase. I do not chase. Plain and simple. Like, I don't give a fuck. I as a matter of fact, I almost get more joy cutting you out of my life than having you come over and fuck me. Seriously. I'm serious when it comes to this shit. Like, do not fuck with my time. Do not fuck with my energy. Don't fuck with my shit. Plain and simple. I will fucking cut you out of my life. And that's exactly what happened. So fuck you, bitch. See you later. Let's see what this hoe just said. My bad. I literally do that all the time. To be honest, I don't drive right now because I have DUIs, but I'm down to hang out. Just let me know when. Oh my god. Sweet. Some Oh, sweet. Let's see how that works out. Fuck. That's some red flags like a motherfucker. And she's sitting there telling me that her roommate's sick. It's like, oh fuck, should I even fucking play with that? Oh, what do you guys say? Do you run the risk? Do you run the risk of getting fucking punani right now during this time frame? Ones in the chat if you say yes, run the risk. Twos in the chat if you say no, don't risk it. And I'm gonna wait. Already been trying to figure out something like that. No joke. Kind of gay. Philip Franklin, you said things have changed forever. What does that mean? I know what he means. I'll expound on my belief system first, and then I'm going to scroll down to the comments and see. Wait, 1 is a yes and 2 is a no, right? LOL, red flags equal green flags. Nice. Nikado says yes. Daniel says 2, no. 2, plenty of poon after herd immunity is established. All right. Never run the risk when disease is in play. 2, no hoe is worth it. Andrew saying pop bottles. 1111. I want to hear the don't do it story tomorrow. What are the odds she has it according to her what's it called? Location. Oh yeah, I switched to 1. I want to hear the story. What if I take some echinacea and vitamin C before she comes over, right? And I get my shit prepped, like my immune system prepped to handle whatever comes that way. Let's see. Oliver Eugene saying go for it. Hell yeah. No to STDs. Max is saying 1. Ben saying 1. You're saying 1. Damn, this is a tight race, guys. DUIs and hang out, you're in, brah. Exactly. Mine didn't come over either. Yeah, fucking crazy, dude. These girls are nuts lately. Yeah. I want to answer your question up here, though. The world you were living in a few weeks ago is dead and decaying. The new world is forming different social and economic structures. Absolutely. I feel like I've been going through it all. I'm going to hit your email with this shit later this evening, if that's cool. Brent tried to hype me up a while back, but I can't seem to chill out. Yeah. Hit me up via email for sure. And we might even have to get a little session in, if you can swing that. But yeah, do email me. We'll get on it. Smash her and the virus. I agree. Let her wear a Corona mask and suit. Absolutely. We'll see. Glory hole. There you go. Exactly right. All right. Here's the game plan then. No kissing. Would you guys still do it? Because I can pull off the no kissing routine for sure. Bathe her in lemon juice. If you prep like a MF, then it's worth for the story. Agreed. Good shit. Arif says, go for it. What else we got? Drink a bottle of colloidal silver. Shit, mine's coming in the fucking mail. I should have gone to Sprouts, but I'm sure they're out of it. When's that shit coming in? Tomorrow. I'll be fine, right? I'll be fine. Up to that point. I thought I ordered some of those too. E. Where are you? Oh yeah, that makes sense. What did I get? Oh man, how dumb. All right. Sorry, I was scrolling through my fucking Amazon orders for some stupid reason. I'm not kissing the bish anyway. I agree. Use a glory hole for sure. Do you know what happens if you drink too much colloidal silver? Yes, you turn blue. HPV. Who cares? I probably already have it. But I've already beat that virus too, so it doesn't matter. I'm good. Got to go for it, guys. Matt W. a little late to the party. You must be dealing with a serious lag over there. Anyway. Oh, yeah. So going back to it. Also, COVID-19 is transmitted in fecal matter. Fuck. So I'll have to wear a condom if I put it in their pooter. In their number 2 hole. I normally don't do that. That's weird. I feel like. It doesn't flow well. There was something I wanted to talk about up here earlier. Well, thanks. No more ass eating. I haven't fucking eaten ass in a long time, guys. I used to be all about it. Not like all about it. It was probably the same. It was like the same type of approach I took with girls. Like when I would go down on them too. If she was hot and her fucking downstairs looked good, I would do it. But I stopped doing all of the above because I'm not putting my face anywhere near any of that shit. You can get ass herpes. I know you can. But usually it's pretty evident. It's pretty easy to spot that shit. So you just put butt plugs in there and maybe a finger. Definitely a finger. Yeah, it feels sloppy with a condom. Like you can't get the right aim. You can't get the right friction. It's just awkward. It's awkward. Exactly. I eat no ass. Perfect. Like sort of all about it or Scott level all about it? What are we talking about? I don't know. Oh yeah, no. I was sort of all about it. I was sort of about it, not all about it. But I don't go down on chicks anymore. I don't lick their booty holes. Guys, you don't know. I mean, the throat cancer thing may be a fucking myth. It may not be real. I just come at it from a fucking alpha status now. I just don't care. I'll bite a girl's butt, like her butt cheek, and it's far away from her booty hole. But I'm not putting my mouth near any of those things. No, thank you. I'm good. I don't need that throat cancer. I got too much anthrax running through my system to get any of the other stuff, so we're good. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, no, thank you. Not for the throat. I'm good. I'm not doing that shit, man. I'm good. And with knowing the amount of men that these girls allow in their fucking vaginas and around their vaginas and stuff and their booty holes. Yeah, exactly. Their pH balance is off. It's too acidic down there. Exactly. We can get into all the science of this, guys. Keep throwing it at me. If she's super hot, I'd possibly go down. I don't treat hot girls any different now than I treat my less than good looking women. I treat hot girls. I use the uglies, right? The less thans, to practice my game. And I've turned my game now into, what's it called? Into behavior. So now when it's with a hot girl and everything like that, like everything operates on the same level. She is no longer being put on a pedestal because of how hot she is. And as a matter of fact, I might do some, I wouldn't say degrading stuff, but I push the limits a little bit harder with hot women now. I push the boundaries more just to let them know, like, I don't care because you're hot. I'm going to do whatever I want. Hit that like button or face your demise by his hand. Good stuff. Absolutely. Please do so. 32 people watching with 25 likes. Let's get them likes up, please. I'm the 9 is looking to come and rearrange your face. Dude, that's another huge fear of mine. I'll tell you another thing, like, we won't get into it. It's a little bit too, what's it called? I don't care. I ain't fucking with any bitches. That's the one thing I can discipline myself around. Good stuff. Good stuff. I kind of agree with you at the same time. I just want to get one more before I hit the road, if that makes sense. Before I call it quits. Lagrade fires bazooka number 2. ECB announces 750 billion pound pandemic purchase program. I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't know what any of that means. Have you ever used handcuffs? Makes them hard to resist you. Yes, absolutely. Have a great day, King. You too, my man. If you need anything, please be sure to email me. You can hit the road in Cali or cops lock you down because of coronavirus. No, we're still able to move around freely for now. Things are slowly boiling here. Fuck, that reminds me. I want to go to the ATM. Not the other ATM. Actually, fuck it. Yeah, we'll do both ATMs. Yeah, I know exactly. I don't know what that means. Philip Franklin, you're gonna have to interpret that into retard speak for us fucking less thans, please, in the chat. Let's hit a little bit of water here too. Hey now. Ew. Maybe tomorrow. Ew. Ignore. You're just medium looking too, so whatever. East European Central Bank pumping 750 billion euros in to bail out their economy. Gotcha. We should pump all the money into the economy. Just keep printing. Like, let's do $750 billion a day. Let's do that. That'd be cool. Exactly. Yeah, I don't have time for maybes. That's another thing, guys, for me. I'm just like, I'm going to leave you on red with that fucking maybe bullshit. Excuse me. Same thing the Federal Reserve does here that backfires on them. Yeah, if we can't see by now that this is purposely being done to inflate the dollar into oblivion and to crash all things possible. I mean, think about it. Everybody's going to get $1,000. When's that fucking going to end? And how much money is that going to cost? I don't get it. I don't get what's going on. After the collapse, we'll be pumping gas, not ass. I feel that. Oh man. Fuck it. Let's get on topic real quick. Might as well. We got people going on in the chat right now. We're here. We're rocking and a rolling. Besides, I was doing some fun activities before we came onto the air that I want to get back to. Organizing some shit, eating food, and I don't know what else. I'm kind of just content with doing my own thing at this moment. So it's kind of funny because I've been listening to Tom Likas practically every day. I started listening to Tom Likas probably about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, maybe. And it was cool to listen because he was saying all the stuff that I kind of already knew. Right. And I was like, damn, this is fucking nuts to hear this guy going live on the air and then talking all this stuff and having all these people call in and doing all that other shit. It was great. And like, if you guys haven't heard Likas 101, I was already implementing a lot of those rules that he had already come up with before I had ever heard what he was like of his 101, like the $40 a date rule and no sleepovers, no moving in kind of stuff, wear condoms. I was like, all right, cool. I can hop on board with this dude, but he's a savage. Anyway, I was listening to something the other day and he was talking about sense of entitlement. And I had an epiphany while I was listening to that because now we just call people entitled. We don't use the phrase really sense of entitlement. And it hit me really hard when I heard that term sense of entitlement. It's kind of like, another phrase out there that's kind of gone by the wayside that's rarely used. And I believe rightfully so is common sense, right? Common sense. I no longer use the word common sense, not to buy into the fucking normal adage now that common sense isn't so common. It's because common sense, honestly, what it should be is like practical sense. You should have practical wit about yourself. You should understand things like practically. So that's what I call it now is practical sense. You should have some practical sense about yourself. But the thing is, the key to both of what I'm talking about right now of sense of entitlement, common sense / practical sense is that what is a sense? Okay. Let's Googleize this word so we have a proper definition. Sense definition. A faculty by which the body perceives an external stimulus, one of the faculties of sight, smell, hearing, taste, and touch. A feeling that something is the case. Perceived by a sense or senses. That's the verb, to sense. The other two are the nouns. A feeling that something is the case. That's kind of how they're using it. But the reason why I'm bringing it up and how I had an epiphany is this. Women operate off of their senses, right? They operate off of emotions, how things feel. And it's kind of funny when people use the term sense of entitlement because really what it comes down to is it mostly applies to women. Now, why is this? And why would women have a sense of entitlement? Well, because behaviorally, women are given everything from practically the day they're born up until they hit the wall, right? So to them, that is truth, that is reality, and that is the way by which things are supposed to be. That to them is natural. It is nature. So they have a sense about them, they believe. They have an air about them. They have a belief. They have a feeling. It is almost like second nature that they are entitled, to what they want, whatever they want, whenever they want it. It's a sense to them, right? I don't believe men, I mean, maybe some very spoiled men, and that's a very small case. They might have that level of sensibility where they believe that that's how it's supposed to be. But women have this mainly, and they're the only ones that have it because that was a part of how they were treated and how they've been treated within an environment. They have a sense as though it is like touch, taste, sight, hearing, and smell. It's become a sense to them, especially in our society today, where we've pedestalized women to the point that they are so safe, they are so well treated, right? They are pedestalized, like I said, and propped up as higher class citizens, that they honestly, truly believe that they are entitled to whatever they are feeling during that time, whenever they are feeling that, right? This is why you can never trust a woman's word, because one day she's going to be feeling one way, then she's going to be feeling something the next. She's going to feel entitled to one thing one day, the beta provisioning, and then the next day she's entitled to the alpha seed. It changes on the day to day. It's the same thing with security and chaos. Women crave both at the same time, and that's rarely possible for you to have a chaotic environment as well as a safe and secure and comfortable environment. They have this sense about them that they should have all of these things happen whenever they feel the need for those things to arise. Does it make sense? This is why I believe women cannot and should not have any faction, any responsibility, any role within the governing body of a society, because they do not operate in truth. They operate in senses. And the problem with senses and the problem with feelings is feelings fluctuate based off of your hormonal pattern. And as we know, women have cycles. They have monthly cycles, 28-day cycles that coincide essentially with the fucking moon, right? Now, you can't have people that cycle hormonally that often, that much, that crave and desire the opposite thing over and over throughout that time frame. Safety, security, chaos, adventure, comfort, provisioning, thrill, excitement. You feel me? When those things happen and when you allow women to take role within society and civilization, those types of things become the norm. And the worst part is when you allow women to run the structures, what are they always going to do? They'll deliver speeches about equality and all the like. But the reality is what they're going to do is they're going to optimize their hypergamy and they're going to spread resources to serve women and women only. Women do not understand the plight of being a man. Why? Well, because women don't understand that men are made and have to be made, that most men are not just gifted and handed things their entire life. This is why you can correlate the idea and understanding that the second we started to allow women the ability to vote is when we started to go into debt over and over and over and over and over again in and with our government. We instead expanded our government and we started fucking expanding our spending. We've forgotten about liberty and individual rights. And instead, we've turned the model of the United States into a socialist paradise, so to speak, creating all these social programs, instituting the Duluth model, making it so that men have to be held accountable for not just their actions, but the actions of women as well. We've given women no moral agency whatsoever. There are no consequences under the law for women, right? And women get to play the victim while also being the oppressor. They get to claim that they're part of an abusive relationship and then get to steal half a man's resources and make him pay for the rest of his life. They get to be a victim and an oppressor at the same time. Oppressor. And the reason why it comes down to this stuff, guys, like I said, is you can't have a class within society that has been raised their entire life to be given things, and they have no idea where resources actually come from and how hard it takes to develop those things and build up to those things, and then put them in positions of authority. Because unfortunately and biologically, that's just how we are, right? Listen, a lot of people can come in here and be like, man, Corey, you sound very jaded towards women. I'm not being that way. I believe, honestly, you got to understand. I understand women from a biological standpoint. I understand as far as from a biological level, from understanding how our species need to operate. Women have to develop those traits early on, because a woman's peak sexual value is between 18 and 26 years old. And after 26, it starts decreasing rapidly. And then after 30 to 32, normally is when she hits the wall and her value's practically kaput, right? So up to that point, she has to stack the cards in her favor, so to speak. And she has to understand game, and she has to do things in order to manipulate men, in order to get their resources, in order to get them to commit and all this other stuff so that they can have babies. so our species can continue to live on, right? This is all a game of how the species has been meant to evolve to continue life. So I'm not putting blame anywhere. It's just understanding that there's different roles between being male and female. For men, it takes a lot longer for your value to kick in. But once your value kicks in, you get to ride that thing out for a while. Women, on the other hand, are born entitled. They're born with money in the bank, right? They've hit the lotto right off the bat. But the problem is they're such terrible spenders. By age 30, they're going to be drained of all their fucking finances, right? But for men, it's like it takes years and years and years and years and years for you to start accruing wealth, and then it compounds, right? But then once you hit a certain breaking point, hopefully you've lived your life well enough where it'll compound and compound and compound and compound, and it'll pay dividends over and over and over and over, so that you'll be secure and be able to prosper in your older years and as you become more of a man. Anyway. So that's why I wanted to bring up the subject and have you guys understand where that phrase sense of entitlement came from, because in a female perspective, it is a sense. They believe it as part of their nature. They haven't had to work for much, ever. So in their mind, they're spoiled brats that believe that they are entitled to things. I hope you guys understand this when dealing with women, understanding this. And this is where establishing firm boundaries come in and so forth. Understanding now what we're dealing with too in our society and our civilization. Because I'm hoping that with the hardship that we're about to face, people are going to learn a pretty important lesson about having any form of sense of entitlement and being entitled to things, especially when it comes at the behest of other people working their ass off and then having 60, 70% of their stuff taken away from them and given over to other people who haven't done anything really in life to deserve that. So that's where we're at today. I'm going to go ahead now and scroll through the comments section to see what's going on. Preach, brother. Absolutely. $1,000 Creed Aventus Flacken. Oh my God. I've already got it spent. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Fucking Creed, bro. Good for you. Where the fuck is my Aventus? Did I put it over there on the table or did I lose it? Nope, it's right here. Where are you? Let's give you an old whiffy poo. Oh, it's all right. It's just okay. Anyway. Now, who's doing what to dissociate or disassociate? Well, like I said yesterday when I went to Costco, I was watching all them white girls, them basic ass white girls stocking up on fucking cat food and wine. That's their means of fucking disassociating. It's like, oh shit. Shit's about to hit the fan. I don't need no man. I just need wine and cats. Netflix, baby. Let's watch some more fucking what's it called? Grey's Anatomy. As soon as they give it to the people, they will get it right back, though, won't they? Yep, exactly. He's talking about the money that the government's about to give, or the banks. Who knows? Just got this from my bank. You can defer your payment for up to 120 days. During this time, finance charges will accrue, but you won't be charged for any late fees. That's weird. That doesn't make much sense to me. You'll be going to the store with a wheelbarrow to buy a pack of gum, bro. That's funny. The new role play is medical doctor and female patient. Heal me, doc, please. Yeah, there you go. If they give everyone money to pay rent, then you pay your rent when it goes into the bank. I got you. Yeah. I see what you're saying. The Vikings and the old Germans didn't pay rent. Rent paying is a modern concept. Well, it makes sense when someone owns the property and they're paying the mortgage, right? So what they really should do is they should just have it so that the owners of the mortgage don't have to pay the mortgage for a couple months. And then you wouldn't have to give all these people money. But that wouldn't work out. That would actually fucking crush the real estate market, I believe. So, anyway. Ugh. Exactly. Entitlement is a female version of earned respect. Yeah, women don't understand anything about earning respect, especially in today's world, honestly. In November 1923, after the economic crash in Germany, a loaf of bread cost, holy shit, that'd be 201 billion German marks. That's crazy. That's crazy. Women expect things to happen while men make things happen, for sure. Hyperinflation is bad. Okay. Facts. My German grandfather taught me that for his week paycheck, he got a small bread and some eggs for a family of 4. Fuck, dude. That's nuts. I'm over here worried about my fucking gains. Beezies are so entitled that they expect my tall ass to reach up and grab XYZ items from a shelf. Yep. Tell them now. Shit, I lost my spot. Yeah, Americans have no concept of that kind of hardship. Crazy, huh? Easy access to all. Yep. We were poor for 150 years. My family history will not change. Yeah, I gotcha. My friends always tell me I'm jaded when I tell them shit till I actually break it all down for them. Then they're like, oh my God, you're right. Like, what the fuck? I know that's what I tell you. Telling you doesn't help me any. I feel you. Americans that did understand that kind of hardship are gone for sure. Thank you, boomers. Most Americans in rural areas are skilled. Yep, true. How did women get their needs met in 1940s when they were housewives? Probably by being a housewife. That was like the peak ideal of femininity for them, for the American female. Preacher to girl, you have corona. Let's go over your cleansing. Yeah, number one owner of the real estate in the world are the central banks. Fuck, dude. Excuse me. Adios, central banks. Let's hope. Let's hope. I'm considering going to Amish country. I don't think the Amish will be safe from this, to be honest with you. I do not think so. I think that this is a total 100% grab of everything. I don't think anyone's religion, I don't think anyone's sexual orientation or whatever is going to save them from what's coming down the pike right now, man. Honestly, I think everybody's kind of fucked. Everyone's in the same boat when it comes to this stuff. It is non-discriminate. The economic collapse. I mean, the Amish might be able to, but I'm sure they're still going to go in there and they're going to be like, well, you're just because you're Amish doesn't mean anything to do with Corona. So you got to be put in this FEMA camp with us. Who knows? Crazy. Excuse me. Women in the 40s were not gunty. Yep, I hear you. That's true. Ugh, how gross. I was addicted to crack at 17. I can probably get through this. Good for you. Good for you. Never tried crack. Yeah, I've never tried crack. Oh yeah, I hear you. You said they need danger, security, etc. How does being a housewife cover those? I I think that's more to do with like open hypergamy today. And I also think that that is why there was a rebellion against that Stepford wife type of model, because it didn't give them that sense. Before, this is what it came down to. Before, I talked to you guys and I did an episode on Iron John, right? Um, Before, what used to keep women kind of at bay was the fact that there was like a wild wood out there, right? There was an unknown and there was a chaos outside of the boundaries of the tribal space. And that's what kept women in line, because the men would be the warriors and they'd be the one protecting and they'd be the ones going on the hunting parties. And the women would see their men go into the wild wood every day and they didn't know whether or not he was coming back. And then the men would come back with all these war stories and all this other stuff. And women could kind of pick and like be able to feel where their husband or whatever lied in the pack. And like he could bring honor and all this other stuff from those stories and all this other shit, thus making him alpha or whatever. And I think women lived vicariously through that. During the 1940s, 1950s, this was the surge into the corporate world where their husbands were going out and they were tackling, this is like post-war, and we were rebuilding America, right? So the husbands were the heroes at that point in time, where it was like they're going out into corporate America and they're rebuilding, what's it called? They're rebuilding our economy and making America the greatest power in the world. And they're coming home with like all these new things, right? Like TVs and radios and new cars. And they got these houses that are like the white picket fence. That's in a way like killing the beasts, right? They're going out and they're killing the beast. They're tackling the world of the unknown, and they're coming home with like the fruits of their labor. And they're coming home with these stories about work and all this other stuff. And that was kind of the bad boy, because the woman never got to actually see what was going on. So in her mind, she was able to create all these stories about her husband, of who he was and what he was doing. And that was able to kind of feed that kind of hypergamous nature, where she's like, my husband's, and she's not able to see other men throughout the day either, right? So in her mind, her husband is the most badass thing out there, because he's the king of the castle. He's going out and he's slaying the beasts. He's the warrior. And then once we were able to get 2 cars per household, and then TV came on the air, and women were able to start seeing all sorts of different stuff and getting out of the household and all this other shit. That's when they were able to start meeting new men and see different levels of alphas and betas. And we could go down the actual line of the difference between alpha, beta, epsilon, deltas, gammas, and all that other shit, right? So, that's that. Her husband was bringing home the stories that were kind of tingling those senses, that he was going out and doing all this stuff, right? And then also at the same time, he was probably coming home and getting drunk and then beating her in some way, shape, or form, and giving her like a dose of different levels of who he was. So there's that. That's just my speculation on that. So crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah. A can of cat food is 50 cents in Germany. You will survive when you change your eating habits. Yep. Eating your neighbors is free, though. I've seen really fucked crackheads, and that's all I need to do to stay away from it. Yeah, it's the same thing with math. Like, I math because I see what it does to people. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't want to be like that. Thank you. We good. Crack is whack. A lot of dumb people live because of safety, like seatbelts. Agreed. And warnings on plastic bags and so forth. I know a guy's family owns a candy empire. His best friend put a gun in his mouth and forced him to smoke crack for the first time so he could hook him and take all the family's money. That's crazy. Today's standard comforts, alcoholics, and Narcan. Good stuff. The church society wasn't as blue-pilled as it is today. Women that lived outside of societal norms back then would be shamed, ostracized. We live in a gynocentric society today. Absolutely. I don't think it has to do with thinking WW3. I think it's because what's happening is these people were all part of. This is going to sound fucking super tinfoil hat, so get ready to put that thing on. I think there's a game plan by all these high-level corporations to create a one-world currency. And these people that were all part of these monolithic, fucking multi-trillion-dollar, billion-dollar companies have all figured out a way how to fucking tank the economy so that they'll be the kings and lords of this new type of model that they're trying to implement. We're going to depopulate, right? We're going to depopulate as much as possible. And the survivors of this will be the serfs that are going to serve them. So these people probably all step down as CEOs and they're going to their bunkers and they're doing all sorts of different shit. And they're having their cool little teleconferences about how great their plan is working out and all this other shit. And they're just waiting for the fucking dollar to collapse. I think once we all get into a full quarantine, like I've said before, I think the power is going to go out for a little while. And that's actually what's going to make people start really getting out in the streets and fighting and killing one another, because I don't think the virus is really going to kill that many people. What we need is social unrest. And that's what we're doing, is boiling the water right now. The water's being boiled. It's like, oh, okay, schools are closed down. All right, yeah, movie theaters, gyms are closed down. Next thing you know, it's like, all right, everybody, you have to stay indoors and there's going to be a curfew, which is going to start getting us all fucking itchy. But we're sitting here and we're doing all right because guess what? We can still watch Netflix and we can still fucking get on the internet and do all this other stuff. And then a month in to us being at our house, fucking all stir crazy, lights go out. Boom. Right? And then what's going to happen? Well, shit. Now people are going to be like, well, what the fuck's going on out there? People are going to start looting fucking all sorts of stuff, right? The military is probably going to back away from their fucking quarantine stuff. No one's going to have any news of what's going on. So they're going to get super paranoid and go fucking crazy. And then people are just going to start fucking kicking in other people's doors and fucking stealing shit and robbing stuff. And then people are going to be like, oh, right, free reign, right? There's no society any longer, no police, no nothing to tell me what to do. And people are just going to go fucking crazy, raping and pillaging and fucking murdering. It's like the purge. So that's what I think is going to happen. And then, like I said, I think these fucking billionaires think that it's going to work out for them in the long run. Like they've planned all this stuff out perfectly and it's going to go according to plan because they've been able to do things like 9/11 and all sorts of other stuff and get away with it. But I don't think this time it's going to work out for them. I think that some crazy shit's going to happen. I think this is going to sound even crazier. Maybe the fucking universe, maybe the earth, I don't know, will also kind of revolt in a way. And we'll probably see some like environmental stuff actually happen. And that might disrupt those types of plans, like these things that people weren't able to plan for. And then we'll see shit naturally spring up. I watched The Lion King last night. That's why I think all this stuff. I was like, you know what would be a good movie to watch right now is The Lion King. I feel like it has a lot to do with what's going on right now, honestly. Yep. All these pussies in the USA are going to start breaking in doors. Good stuff. LA mayor just said, never let a good crisis go to waste. Live in reference to building FEMA camps out there for the homeless encampments. Wild. Yeah, for the homeless. For the homeless, they say. Do you think martial law is coming? I don't know if they're not gonna call it martial law. But we'll see. We'll see. Whatever's coming is coming, and you better be prepared. Yes, sir. They could do that. Scott, I don't know what you keep talking about Zoom for. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing on Zoom? Like, can you watch things on Zoom? Like, all I know how to do with Zoom is like have meetings. Are you talking to girls on Zoom? Like telling them to hang out with you and talk to them on Zoom? I don't get what you're doing. The original rollerball. All right, I'm going to type that in because I have no clue. Rollerball movie? What year is the original? 1976? 1975. Okay, cool. I'll check it out. I normally don't like movies that old, but I'll check it out just because you asked me to, and I like you. Yep, got it with James Caan. Excellent story. It's a good story. I agree. When this shit's all over with and the internet comes back up and people are able to watch my YouTube channel and everything that I just talked about happens, I'm going to be propped up as the prophet of our time. That's funny. Can't speak to Spain, but several countries in Europe have developed their military forces into the streets. Same is happening in South America. Yeah, I heard it's happening in Peru right now. I was down in Peru quite a few times, and that's normal. Anyway, the military there is pretty prevalent as far as being able to control and dictate certain things. So that for sure has happened. Who's right? And right about what? Yeah, that's the only way I could figure out why all these CEOs and all these people are doing these types of things. They've created their own little circle of people. They're like, hey, we got to depopulate the earth because that's really what's killing the environment. There's too many people to manage as it is. It would be so much easier if we just isolate all our money together, sink the economy, come up with our own solution afterwards and be like, oh, hey, we figured out how to create a new economy with all their fucking money and assets that they have that they're in control of now. And then we don't have any, what's it called? We don't have any say, right? Because we're just the idiots. And they're like, okay, now start working at our fucking Amazon factories over here 24/7, like drones. And if you don't, we're going to kill you and your family kind of deal or whatever. Who knows? So we'll see. We'll see. That's what I think they're trying to do. Yep. That's my thoughts. Those are my thoughts. Will be globalist hunting season. Yeah. Yep, exactly. They want to bring, I think the Georgia Guidestone says bring it to 500 million people is the total global population. I can foresee that. I can foresee that for sure. I mean, let's talk about this. Bill Gates has been talking about viruses and a global pandemic for years, and it's kind of strange that this is now just happening. Right? I mean, it's kind of fishy. But I miss saws. I want one so badly. I really do. So I'm going to move to Arizona and I'm going to get a few licenses because that is my favorite. That's my favorite platform. Honestly, it's such a good platform. That doesn't make sense though. The more people, the more money, power. Well, what happens when they've already achieved that much and they want to start and diversify into new, like they want to create a new economy that they've already created and start new technologies and do a whole bunch of different stuff. Like that's essentially why you would do something like this. Is to start a new level of building over and over and over again. That's obviously going to be more lucrative in the long run. Agreed. Yeah, but when you already rule the world, you want more. So you're going to come up with new plans and new plots and ideas and all this other stuff. It's generational. They're trying to figure out a way to like generationally own the world, right? Pass it on so it lives forever. the best way to do so is to create a feudalistic society and have it passed down through your bloodlines. Generational wealth, my friend, through your genes. As I drink my alkaline water. Exactly. You just gotta open your mind to these ideas. I mean, I was in the same boat as you. I was sitting there, I was like, why not have more and more people? But as more and more people come onto the planet, the harder it's going to be to control. So it's like you got to cull the herd and figure out how you're going to benefit at the same time. Yeah. All right. Well, I agree. Yeah. I'm just pointing out, like, every time you say something, I'm pointing out further why they're going to do it. I agree with you, but you got to figure out why are they doing this? Right? It's just like with a girl. You can sit there and she's like, "Oh, I love you." But then you look at her text messages and she's talking to fucking 5 other dudes. It's like that's what's actually happening, and then what she's saying is just completely different. So there's that. Yeah, exactly. The more challengers. Perfect. Oh shoot. Anyway, it's now about that time, gentlemen. Let's get rolling. I'm gonna get going. I got some shit to do. I gotta cook some fucking tilapia. Ooh. And that's kind of about it. And get ready for an early morning workout. Ha, yeah. So I'm gonna try to hit the hay early tonight, even though that probably won't happen. Anyway, with that said, guys, I wrote a book. Kind of highlights everything that's going on, so to speak, right now. It's called The Patriarch's Vision, Purging Feminism. It's no big deal. It's not even that good of a book. If you want it, it's on Amazon. Google it. Google Corey Capella, or look in Amazon for Corey Capella. I could put the link in the description, but I don't really want to. It's in the description below too, if you really care. And join the WarTribe if you want to. At least you'll have some buddies to talk to during the quarantine that are all red pill and want to continue to get better, and maybe even hold you accountable and help you get money, muscles, and game during that time frame. So if that's something you're interested in, and you also want to hang out on Sundays and have a cool little webinar with me and a bunch of other dudes, go ahead, join the WarTribe, www.thewartribe.com. That's, pretty much all I got. That's all I got. That's all I got. All right, guys. Until tomorrow at 4:30 Pacific Standard Time, I will see you later. Adios.